Hello, good morning, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, I believe you are watching this video because you are one of those students who are preparing for their JAMB exams in this year. So you are at the right place, and today we are going to look at some questions that are highly repeated in biology. But before we go to that, I have observed that relying on past questions alone does not cover everything. There are still some things that you may see in JAM that may not come up in, or you might not have come across during studying past questions. So I'm going to provide a very brief and concise explanation before we go into the past questions. The aim of this is just to help you grab everything as far as this topic is concerned, so that any question that may come up, whether you have come across it in past questions or not, you would be able to answer. So join me even as I take you through the kingdom of living things in biology, and then we'll look at frequently repeated questions in JAMB Biology. So thank you once again for joining me, and let's get right into it. My name again is Emmanuel John. I am a JAMB coach. I have over 100 students under me learning. I have taught again and again in the past. Excuse me, sorry, let me put my phone on flight mode to avoid distractions. All right. I have many students whom I have taught again and again and have come out with flying colors. I believe that you too, if you can pay attention and follow my instructions, you are going to emerge with flying colors. Thank you for joining me once again. Let's get right into it now. All right, so the first thing under this topic, because I've studied the objective that JAM, I studied what they want you to know under this topic, and that's why I've directed my explanation under it before we now look into these frequently repeated past questions. So I've studied the objectives and I have narrowed my explanation to their objective, what they want you to know under this topic. All right, so first of all, we have the organisms, the classification of organisms or living things. You know, we have 5 kingdoms for the classification of living things. So you need to know them one after the other. Know them with examples. So all living organisms are classified into 5 kingdoms in biology. We have Monera. Now, whenever you hear that, please, your mind should go to bacteria and blue and green algae. Don't forget this. Monera, this is the first kingdom. The second kingdom is Protista. Protista has to do with all these unicellular organisms like amoeba, like euglena. We have fungi, we have plants, and we have animalia. So these are the 5 classification of living organisms. Any living organism on Earth, even on other planets, if they exist, they are classified under one of these kingdoms. I hope this is very clear. Let's go on. All right, so what is the kingdom Monera like? What kind of animal are classified under this? Know the characteristics. JAMB said it is expected that under this topic, students should know the kingdoms and also know the characteristics of organisms that are found under each kingdom. This is key, and that's why I've included it in my explanation. All right, so we take the kingdoms one after the other, look at characteristics and examples so that you will get it right before we now go into the frequently repeated questions. And you will see the format and the nature of how they look like. All right, so what are the characteristics of the kingdom Monera? Okay, yes. The first one is that they have no nucleus. They don't have a well-defined nucleus. This is one of their characteristics that you should never forget. I have seen questions occur again and again and again and again in JAMB, and they are asking organisms that does not have a well-defined nucleus fall under which kingdom? You see, don't forget this, please, I urge you. So remember, we have two types of cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotics are cells that lacks true nucleus. Their nucleus, their DNA is not enclosed in a nucleus. But eukaryotics have a well-defined nucleus. So this kingdom Monera, they are organisms that lacks a well-defined nucleus. And these are bacteria. So anytime we are talking about the lowest kingdom, they are the lowest kingdom in the classification. So they don't have a well-defined nucleus at all. Please, there are several other characteristics, but I have highlighted this is the major one that they like asking, because if you must not know anything under the characteristics of kingdom Monera, you should know that they lack a well-defined nucleus, or simply they don't have nucleus. I hope this is clear. They are unicellular organisms. You know that. Examples, bacteria. So if they say bacteria falls under which kingdom, you know now, Monera. Thank you. Let's go. Okay, we have already said bacteria, both harmful and beneficial species. I hope you know that we have harmful and beneficial species. Bacteria that cause disease are harmful, like Mycobacterium lepra, the one that is responsible for causing leprosy. There are different kinds of bacteria that are associated with diseases. So all these are categorized under harmful. We have beneficial bacteria. Yes, like Lactobacillus bulgaricus, Streptococcus thermophilus. All these bacteria, they are used in productions, in industry. They are used in industry. We also have gut bacteria. These bacteria that are found in our intestine, in our gastrointestinal tract, they are beneficial. There is a way they help in digestion. They aid in motility, the movement of food through our gut. So these are beneficial, not harmful. Those that are used in food production, those that are used in different industrial applications. So we use them for the benefit. All right, let's go. We have blue-green algae. What are blue-green algae? They are photosynthetic organisms that can live in water or on land. They are photosynthetic in nature. They live in water or where? On land. You remember phytoplanktons and zooplanktons? Yes. So phyto are plants in water. They are microscopic in nature, some of them. They are microscopic. So that's what we call blue-green algae. All right, so I have some pictures of organisms, bacteria, and blue-green algae. I hope you can see the picture very well. So that's just it. We have cocci and rod-shaped bacteria. That's classification. Forget about classification of bacteria for now. In the future, you will do it. All right, so then we have kingdom Protista. After Monera follows Protista. So what is kingdom Protista? What is their characteristics? Earlier, we say Monera are what? Prokaryotic cells. They don't have nucleus. That's their major characteristics. Now here we have that they are eukaryotic cells. These Protistas are eukaryotic cells, and they have a nucleus. Do you see the difference between the two? Yeah, they are mostly unicellular, but some are multicellular. In Monera, they are strictly unicellular, one-cell organisms. Yes. All right. Another characteristics, they are found in moist environment. So we have examples there: amoeba, euglena. Okay, see my picture. See my picture. Can you see? Yes. So those are the examples of eukaryotic of animals that belong to this kingdom, Protista. Protista. Don't forget Protista. We dealt with Monera, which has to do with bacteria, algae. Then here we are talking about Protista, which has to do with unicellular, and sometimes they can be multicellular organisms. They have nucleus, a well-defined nucleus. This is the big difference, and they can ask you the prominent difference between the prominent characteristics, the prominent characteristics between animals in the kingdom Monera and animals in the kingdom Protista is that's nucleus. So that's where they will head to, because that's the major thing. So while Monera don't have well-defined nucleus, Protista have. I hope you get this. All right, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel and you are getting something, I don't know what you are still waiting for. Okay, hit the subscribe button now and hit the notification, hit the bell. Click on it and help my channel grow. I want to reach more students. Let many students come also to get what you are getting, even as they prepare for their JAMB this year. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm on the journey of helping as many students as possible. I have a WhatsApp group where I'm helping students. I have over 100 of them. Yes, if you would like to join, you can drop a comment on the comment section. I will find a way to get you join our group, where you will receive more training, like the mental drills we do to help improve active recall, speed and accuracy, and several other things we do there. Every day we learn daily. There is no break, because JAMB this year must know, say, I get students where they prepare very well. I'm proud of them. Many of them, the questions now I give them, they score everything. So literally, it means that part of those students, I can have those that can score 400. I tell you, it's possible. 400 over 400 is possible. And I'm training some of them, and they are catching up. If you would like to join us, drop it on the comment section. But before you continue, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. If you have subscribed, like, yes, like before we move on. All right. Thank you very much, and let's continue. All right, so we go to kingdom fungi. I believe you can relate with all the pictures I'm putting on here. Yes, so we have kingdom fungi. So you can see the images of different kinds of fungi. During the rainy season, we come across different kind of fungi in our environment. Okay, their mode of feeding is saprophytic. I have mentioned this in one of the videos I have published, and they feed on decaying organic matter, decaying plant, decaying animals. That's where you mostly see them. All right, so what's the characteristics of fungi? They have eukaryotic cells. Their cell wall is made up of chitin. Unlike other plants, whose cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cellulose. You can now see how things are intersected. I have mentioned this cellulose in one of the classes, one of the past questions we've answered in biology. If you have not watched it, okay, check under the comment section and I'll drop the link there for you to watch other videos. Okay, so check it and you watch it. where I've answered several past questions in one of the videos that I've made. So you see how things are intercepted. Now, if I were the examiner, now I can ask this question. What's the difference between plants and fungi when it comes to their cell structure? Or I will say one of these is found in plant and is not found in animals. Is found in fungi and is not found in plant cells. So their cell wall, the difference between the plant and fungi cell wall is that fungi cell wall is made up of chitin, while the plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. Thank you. All right, so let's go on. I believe this is clear. So we look at kingdom Plantae. Okay, kingdom Plantae. How do you pronounce it? Okay, Plantae. All right, so all plants, photosynthetic plants, they fall under this category. Remember, fungi does not photosynthesize. I hope you know that it is only green plants that has ability to photosynthesize. This is a very good question. You see, there are questions, so plenty. So this my explanation alone. I can bring out questions without even touching what we are talking about here. Do you get that? So only plants that have chlorophyll, which gives plant their green color, can photosynthesize. Yes, please don't forget this. So under kingdom plants, we have plants are eukaryotic organisms. They have eukaryotic cells. That is, they have nucleus too. Just like Protista and fungi. Yes, Protista and fungi. All right. So they are autotrophic. They are autotrophic. You remember mode of nutrition? Yes, we have two major classification: autotrophic, and yes, the second one, heterotrophic. Autotrophic, they can produce food by themselves. Heterotrophic, they don't produce food by themselves. They feed on others. So plants are autotrophic, that is, they can photosynthesize, they can produce food by themselves using sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. Yes. So their cell wall is made up of cellulose, and they are divided into subgroups. Let's look at the subgroups. Oh, I don't know if you can see this very well. Don't know. But we have spermatophyta, we have talophyta, we have pteridophyta. Yes. So look at my picture very well. I don't know if you can see. I don't know. Okay. So bryophyta, pteridophyta, spermatophyta, and talophyta. All these are classification. All these are classes under plant kingdom. Let's quickly look at their characteristics, because you would answer question under this. Just know it. Know it. I beg you, listen to my explanation clearly now. Listen to me. If your attention is not here, just give me attention. You will see question under this place. Yes, I bet you. And you will come back and tell me that you said that a question will come here and it came out. All right. So, which one should I name as first question now? It should have been from simple to complex. Okay, so if we are starting from simple to complex, we would start from talophyta. So talophyta are the simplest in the class of the plants. So what's their characteristics? They are just simple plant without vascular tissues. Vascular tissues. What are vascular tissues? Do you remember plants' vascular tissues? Yes, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, xylem, phloem, and so on and so forth. So these are plant tissues. So these talophytes doesn't have these vascular tissues. That's their characteristics. They are just simple plants. Simple plants that does not have vascular tissues. Yes, please note this. Their mode of reproduction is vegetative through fragmentation and spore formation. Example is Parogyra. So I hope you get this. Number 2 is Bryophyta. Remember, we are from simple to complex now. So Bryophyta are non-vascular plants. They are also non-vascular plants. Okay. No phloem, no xylem, e.g. mosaics. So mosaics are example of plants that falls under Bryophyta. Their life cycle, alternation of germinations, gametophytes and sporophytes. So you see they have their reproduction can come from the direction of gametes and can come from the direction of spore. They form spores like fungi. All right, then we have Pteridophyta. Oh, Pteridophyta have vascular tissues. They have vascular tissues but do not produce seed. Do you see the difference between them and Spermatophyta now? Do you see their difference? So Talophyta are the least, followed by Bryophyta, followed by Pteridophyta. Pteridophyta have vascular tissues, but they don't produce seed. So they produce spores too. And examples, we have only one example here, ferns. Ferns are examples of plants under Pteridophyta. Then lastly, Spermatophyta, which is divided into two subgroups. We have Gymnospermia and Angiospermia. So under Gymnosperm, they are seed-producing plants with naked seeds. Their seeds are naked. They don't cover their seeds. Yes, we know examples of this. Guinea corn, millet, and so on. They don't cover their seeds. Then we have Angiosperma. They are flowering plants. They are seed-producing plants with seed enclosed in its fruits. Seed enclosed in its fruit. I know you can give many examples of this, like papaya, yes, pawpaw, oranges, guava, and several others. Those that cover their seeds. Their seed is covered in the fruit. So these are what we call angiosperma. All right, so I hope this explanation is clear. If it is not clear, please and please play it again. Play it again and listen carefully and understand. If still is not clear, drop a question on the comment section. I will see it and address it. It's better you get this thing clear once and for all than to just assume you know and get to the exam hall and cannot answer questions. There will be no remedy at that point. Let's go on. Okay, then lastly we have animals. Animalia, kingdom Animalia. Characteristics, they are multicellular, they are heterotrophics. Do you see now? They ingest food, they don't produce food by themselves, and they lack cell wall. And this kingdom is divided into two. We have invertebrates and we have vertebrates. Yes, so under invertebrates, we have cnidarians, we have annelidas, we have mollusca, we have arthropoda, and several other classes. So all these are classifications under invertebrates. Then under vertebrates, I hope you know what vertebrates means. Animals with backbone, like snake, like elephant, human beings, goats, they all have backbone. Does earthworm has backbone? No. So it falls under invertebrates. Does snail has backbone? No. So they fall under invertebrate. Does birds have backbone? Yes, they fall under vertebrate. So that's the examples. That's the classification of kingdom Animalia, vertebrates and invertebrates. So under vertebrates we have aves. Aves, they have to do with trees that jump on trees. Aves, I've answered several questions under this aves. So aves, birds, monkeys, you should know their examples. I know you will know reptiles. Yes, you will know amphibians. Amphibians are animals that live partially in water and partially in terrestrial areas, partially on land. Like, is it frog now? No, toad, like toad. Like toad. Okay, so I hope this is clear. We have mammals too. Mammals are animals that breastfeed. That's the layman explanation. Breastfeeding mammals. That's where that word comes from. Please. So animals that breastfeed. I hope my explanation is a bit clear. Let's go on. Oh, we are here. Yes. So please and please, this is my explanation. I follow the objectives, what JAMB wants you to know. Before, I started answering only past questions, but it's not enough. Sincerely, if I will be true, if I will be true and sincere with you, it's not enough. There is need for us to discuss a little some of these things around this area, because past questions, even if I bring past question under this topic now, I can't get all the past questions that cover the entire topic. But the way I discuss it this way now, you have already gotten something, some explanation, you know. So even if you have not come across any past question, believe me, if you go to exam and they decide to ask any question here, you are done with it. And if you are my student, you know what we used to do. Yes, I make sure that I treat every topic, then we answer as many. I set questions in every area. I set questions in every area to make sure that I cover questions in every aspect, to twist them in different directions. Let me tell you, those questions we have been answering, don't play with them. Oh. Don't play with them, because JAMB is picking their questions from those questions. Yes, now, how can I say 30 questions from this short topic and you expect another question from somewhere else? So I ask questions from every angle to make sure that I cover everything. I expect that on this video, even though we are preparing for mental drill for it. Prepare for it. Yes, a time will come that I will also say, because you see what we are doing, and that will help us a lot. Except I get a satisfying performance, I feel you don't understand that topic, so we need to do it again. This strategy will work for us. Please, let's continue working with it. If you are not my student, you may not understand what I'm talking about, but you can be part of us actually. I'm doing a holistic training, as an all-round training, to make sure that no stone is left unturned as far as JAMB preparation is concerned. So we are not only after academics, we also train our brain. Yes, speed and accuracy. I talked about mental drill earlier. So these are some of the we do assignments. Every day we are working. And this consistency is what will bring about, a very good score and success. Consistency every day. Every day we are on the table. studying, reading, and doing one thing or the other through assignments, videos, tasks in different ways. So now let's quickly look at frequently repeated questions in JAMB under this topic. All right. The first question I have here says, which of the following is a characteristics of kingdom Monera? Kingdom Monera. Do you see now? They are asking questions from the characteristics angle. So if you don't know it, you can't answer it. That's the truth. Okay, so the correct answer is written in red, which is unicellular and prokaryotic. Remember, Monera is the lowest and the first class or first kingdom before Protista, before Fungi, before Plantae, before Animalia. So don't forget our arrangement. All right, question 2 says, which of the following organism is classified under Protista? Do you see what I was telling you? They can just give you an organism and say, where is it classified? So under Protista, we say they are eukaryotes, that is, they have a well-defined nucleus. And of the organisms listed here, amoeba is the only organism that is classified under Protista. Do you see mushroom there? Do you see ferns and moths? Yes. So mushroom is classified under what? Fungi. Yes. Moses and ferns are classified under what? Plantae. Alright, question 3. Which kingdom includes multicellular eukaryotic organisms that are autotrophic? What's the meaning of that word? Autotrophic. Do you remember? Animals that produce food by themselves. By themselves. So which kingdom includes multicellular eukaryotes that are autotrophic? Plantae, of course. Yes, let's go to the next question. Question 4 says, which of the following characteristics is a characteristics of bryophytes? Bryophytes. Okay, I've not explained this. Bryophytes doesn't have roots. Both bryophytes and talophytes. Remember, bryophytes, talophytes, pteridophytes, and what's the last one? Hey, you have forgotten. All right, so we have bryophyte is an ascending order. Is in ascending order. Yes, so we have which one is the first one? Talophytes, bryophytes, pteridophytes, and spermatophytes. These are the 4. So it's in ascending order from the smallest to the biggest. So the first 2 doesn't even have roots. They don't have roots. Please note that. Under talophytes, we said one of their major characteristics is that they are just simple plants. They don't have vascular tissues. I cannot repeat my explanation again. Please, if you didn't get it, go back and listen to it. So they lack roots. Question 5. Which plant group includes ferns? Which plant group includes ferns? Talophyta, bryophyta, spermatophyta, pteridophyta. The correct answer is pteridophyta. Question 6 says, what is the reproductive feature of gymnosperm? What is the reproductive feature of gymnosperm? Remember, we said spermatophyta. Spermatophytes are divided into 2. We have angiospermia and gymnospermia. So they are now asking us, what is the reproductive feature of gymnosperms? What's their reproductive features? I've explained this the seeds are exposed, while on the angiosperm, the seeds are enclosed in their fruits. Yes, I hope this is clear. Yes. Question 7 now says, which of the following is true of kingdom Animalia? Kingdom Animalia. A, they have cell wall. Do they? B, they are autotrophic. Do animals synthesize food by themselves like plants? They are multicellular and heterotrophic. Correct. They are multicellular and they ingest food. They take in food. All right, number 8. The life cycle of a mouse involves the following. The life cycle of a mouse. Yes, so I've given an example of this Moses earlier. So what is their life cycle like? How does their life cycle? How is it? So the correct answer is B. Gametophyte and sporophyte stages. So they first produce gametes and spores. They produce both gametes and then spores. I have explained this, I remembered very well, where I talked about either by gametes or spore formation. Question 9. Which of the following represent the transition from water to land? Transition from water to land. Now, under evolution, it is believed that living organisms are moved from water to land. That all life used to be in water and then moved to land. And that amphibians represent the transit channel where animals move from water to land. So they believe that even human beings, they were once in water, though not as big as we are, and later move to land. So just forget about these things. Know your biology, just know and write your exams. Okay, because some of these things are against our faith. Yes. So don't forget our scientists. All right, so the axis transition from water to land now is evolution of corticals in plants. You see now there is an evolution in plants from talophytes now. Do you remember? From talophytes to bryophytes, from bryophytes to pteridophytes, from pteridophytes to spermatophyta. Now look at it. The talophyta, they are mostly in water. We talk about Sparogyra, you only find it in water. So then, if you look at spermatophyta, they are mostly on land. Even if they grow in water, they have all their tissues, vascular tissues. Okay. So the correct answer is evolution of cortical in plants. Plants develop corticals, and so they become adaptive to the environment outside water. Number 9 says, which of the following represent a transition from, okay, I just answered that. Then the last question says, which of the following organisms has a nucleus and can photosynthesize? Hey, this is interesting. Nucleus and can photosynthesize. The correct answer is Euglena. Yeah. So I think this is the end for today's class. Yes, thank you for listening. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe, I will reach more students. This video, YouTube will show this video to many more students. And when you like and make comments or share, YouTube will feel like, oh, this video is important. People are sharing it. People are interacting with it. So let's share it to many more students. I'm doing all the training for free. So if you like, you subscribe, or you share, it will make me reach many more students. So if you have enjoyed my class, if you've gotten something at all from my explanation, if you've learned something new, if you've heard any new secret you don't know before, let this thing reach others, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel so that you will get more next time, and so that your friends will also have access to it. Thank you very much once again. God bless you. I wish you the best. Please prepare for your mental drills, my students. Listen to all my explanations, and let's meet. If you are not my students and wishes to join, uh, indicate your interest in the comment section, and I'll find a way to bring you in. Thank you so much. God bless you and have a wonderful day.